Hello everyone, for this video tutorial, we will show you how to pass parameters whenever you initiate HTTP request to the controller. The controller pick up these parameters and then do the processing. So let's go ahead and look at the working model for this. So in the regular situations, whenever you request your HTTP through particular controller and particular actions, okay, this one we do not pass any input parameter to the controller, to the web server. Now in order to pass parameter to the server, what we need to do is we need to suffix your action name with the question mark size followed by the parameter names equal and the value of these parameters. So in this case, my parameter name is user. So this will pass single parameter whenever they make the request to the server. Now on the server side, we should have an action number one that take one input parameter like this. So in this case, whenever the server pick up, it will translate all the data that's coming from this request, and then they will pass and map this to our local user variable here in the functions, so we can easily access to this variable. So whenever the request has been made, the Andy value here will come to the server and the value of Andy will be assigned to variable user. And notice that the system will automatically trying to guess about the data type for this data. So in this case, it's the text. So whenever you define string, the system is trying to convert this for you automatically. For another example here, whenever you make another request like this, but if you want to pass more than one single parameters, you can separate each parameter pairs by using the AND symbol here. So just like what we have for the single parameter, we have information name equal to the data. For the second parameter set, you have the parameter name equal to the value itself. Now whenever this parameter set has been passed to the server will try their best to map our input signature here. So in this case, you can prepare your action one functions to take two input parameters, so that the first one could be user that based on the text type, and the second one, as you can see, is obviously that the type of the data is number. So in this case, you can use integer for this data type. Now with this model, let's go ahead and try this action together. So we are going to use our example, the previous example here. So in this case, what we are going to do is we're going to go to product controller here and we are going to initiate a new okay, how about this? Let's say string of the action number 8. So for these actions, okay, so we are going to take two input parameters. One is called username and the other one is called password. Now in this case, we can also say if user equal to username equal to admin and password equal to admin as well, then we are going to return the response saying that okay, you are admin. Okay, so this logic is to take the data from here. Okay, let me put double equal here, and the password is coming from here. Okay, oh, I have to also remove one of this. Okay, cool. Now the other logics L, if this is not the case, we return you are not the admin. Okay, so now let's see if we can pass data and it will return something for us. So let's run the application now, and I can open up my web browser here. So I can point to localhost colon and 5000 is the port number here. You can change this port number later on. Now you can also specify the controller, target controller, which is products, and the action name is action number 8. Now if I do not pass anything at all, it's gonna show that you are not admin. The reason for that is because it tried their best to figure this out. Whenever we do not pass any parameter at all, this one will be assigned for nullity. That means there is no there is no data coming in. So that's why this condition is not true and it's returned you are not the admin. Now if I try to pass this input parameter, let's say put admin and password equal to admin as well, and do it again, you can see that it's also still give me the same message. The reason for this is because whenever you pass the parameter, make sure that the name of your parameter here match the name of parameter here that you make for your signature. So if you want to keep using user here, you have to go to your actions and change from user name to user. But in my case, I'm gonna keep this implementation as is. So I'm gonna put username right here, and you can see that it still say that you are not the admin. Okay. So in this case, let's take a look at what is wrong in this example. I say username equal to admin and the password is equal to admin. Now when you look at this, you can see that whenever you want to pass something here, the data should be absolute, meaning you cannot pass some other things in there. So in between here, you can see that there is extra symbol right here. So you have to remove it and enter it. Now the answer is correct. So this is how you pass to parameter. Now let's see if you want to pass another parameter in. Okay, so just in case that you want to pass the integer as well, but sometimes you just want to just ignore it. Do we have any option about this? Yes, we do. So for example, if you want to pass the third parameter here, so you can say, suppose I want to pass the ID, so I can say int ID here, and I could say that this I can put it in here that if ID equal to 1, then you are return you are admin. Oh, sorry. Okay, and else if ID is not equal to 1, then we return you are the admin but no ID. So in this case, we are trying to pass 3 input parameter to this function call. Okay, so let me make the compilation of this program one more time. And now if I also pass ID equal to 1, I'm gonna get the same message. Now if I put ID equal to 2, I'm gonna put the different message. Now you are the admin but no ID. What if I just ignore this parameter at all, so no passing for this? You can see that it's the same effect. So whenever you do not pass any input parameter here, that they have that signature here, that means this data will not be equal to whatever you are trying to pass in. Or in another word, there is no data coming in for this one, so it is assigned to be 0. Okay, so this is how we pass the input parameter to along with your request, and this is how we pick it up using actions. Okay. Alright, so for this video tutorial, just summarize what we did so far. We introduced the way that we can pass input parameter, either single input parameter or multiple input parameters. And we also implement the signature to match the input parameter in this case. And also we also discovered that in order to match this one, the system will automatically try to convert our input data automatically into appropriate data type. So in this case, if we supply the ID, then this one will become the integer for you. Okay, so hopefully you can apply this passing parameter for your applications. So for the next video tutorial, we are going to talk about how do we also use the view that multiple views that allow us to export for more multiple business presentations. I'll see you for the next video. Thank you.